Okay, this set is what I consider to be my third set. My first two sets, in which I did 5 plate more or less for a warm-up, but I did hit failure at 8 repetition. I could have maybe eked out a couple more, but I didn't want to expend the energy because I knew that I was going for 6 plates. In the 6 plates, now that I reviewed it, I went over to the video and I reviewed it. It was okay. I'm sort of pleased with it. I got 2 pretty good repetitions, locked into the third about 80%, and then was able to move it on the fourth. So that tells me that within the next 1 or 2 chest sessions on this machine, I should be able to crack that 6 plates aside for 4 repetitions. I was very close that time. Maybe I shouldn't have went to 8 repetitions on the 5 plate aside. Maybe if I'd have just went to 4, I would have had a little more energy, even though I recovered long between the set. But that little more energy may have allowed me to get those 4 of the 6 plates. So next time when I warm up, I'm not going to do such a longer rep range on my warm-ups. I'm just going to warm up 2 to 4 plate each side, and then maybe go to 5 plates and a 25 for a single, a hard single as fast as I can, and then go up to the 6 plates aside. So for my next set, so the first 2 sets I really did follow the first law of hypertrophy. I moved max resistance for my desired number of repetitions, and that's always 3 to 4. I like to get mostly 4 on chest. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to change a very important variable, and I'm going to increase the time under tension on the muscle. And I'm going to force the muscle to perform for a longer time. In other words, so I dropped the weight. I dropped 2 plates off each side, and I'm at an 8-pack right now. And I'm going to rep out on this. Now, there's 2 ways to increase the time under tension. I can take this 8-pack, and I can do 4 repetitions, and I can go moderately slow or super slow on the negative, hold, on the positive, hold, and the static. And I can increase the time under tension on 4 repetitions, and take those 4 repetitions and probably go to 45 seconds or further. But what I'm going to do, and I used to train that way, that's sort of a super slow training. If you go back into my video archives, you can see that I went through a period where I trained exclusively that way, where I really slowed the reps weights down on moderate resistance, and I had tremendous gains, and you can do that, and you can see that. But I sort of flipped the switch a little bit, and what I want to do for the increased time under tension, I want to pick a moderate weight, and I want to increase the repetitions. So I want to come out of the hole each time solidly. Now the last time I did the time under tension, you can review this just on this machine the very last time, I had 3 plates aside, and I actually burned it for 20. Now that's a little too high a repetition for me. Even though I did 20, I did them rather fast, and I probably didn't even hit 45 seconds of time under tension because I just repped them out. And I was impressing myself more or less, because a 6-pack on here for 20 is pretty darn good. It's well beyond what I thought that I could do, my expectations. But this, I want to do anything beyond 8 reps on this will be good. And maybe I'll take, if the first couple reps go up fairly well, I may slow my rep speed down because I know I'm going to hit a fairly decent rep range, so I might as well capitalize on both an extended rep range and a slower speed for time under tension, which is the best of both worlds, so to speak. So we got an 8-pack on here. Major variable changes to increase the time under tension. The primary variable on my first 2 sets was following the first law, max resistance for a desired number of reps. I'm not going to do that anymore. I did that. I completed that. I'm very happy with that. Now I'm changing a very important variable. Now by changing this variable, I'm hoping that this set can stand on its own merit as stimulating the muscle the most and creating hypertrophy. And that's the key when you change variables. And you have to change important variables. Either change machines, change time under tension, add bands to machines. You want to change an important variable so that each set stands on its own merit as being capable of creating the most hypertrophy. Now I'm only going to do limited sets. That's high intensity training. That's low volume. But it's very important that when you do high intensity to low volume that you change a very important variable each set. And that's also going to allow you to capitalize on high intensity training, low volume. You just can't do 2 or 3 sets the high intensity training, the same weight, the same patterns. You've got to change a very important variable, and that's what I'm doing here, increasing the time under tension for my second set. Let's see what I can do. So I only wanted to do one set with the time under tension. And that went rather well. I think I was in the 8 to 12 rep range, moderate rep speed. Started to have a mini rest pause at the bottom of the negative where I held before I exploded back out. Well, not really exploded back out, controlled tempo back out, which was good. And then because I only wanted to do one set, I did those mini partials to complete failure. So I'm totally satisfied with this set, increasing the time under tension. I didn't hold anything back. Why? Because I know I'm only doing one set. And when you can wrap your mind around you're only doing one set, you'll be surprised what you can do. I held nothing back on that set because I'm walking away from this set. I'm going to choose something else to do. I'm probably going to move to a new machine now. And that's truly only my second or third set. I'm only going to do less than 6 sets for chest, all compound movements, but I'm going to move to another machine now after this. Totally satisfied with what I did on this machine for this chest session.